Well, Hillary was kind of a phenomenon for at least for California, at least for Texas. That's not strange or unusual.
No, that part of the Gulf Coast is very used to these landfalling tropical storms, or even stronger than that. A lot of them become full-fledged hurricanes. The Atlantic hurricane season really getting ramped up. There's a lot brewing out there, but yeah.
Well, knock on wood, right?
Yeah, we'll hope that we're done with the Pacific side of it for a little while, but still some of that moisture is hanging out. It didn't feel great outside earlier. It's gotten a little bit better this afternoon. Let's take a look at our current dew points as they stand right now, and that's how we measure how it feels outside. Basically, the dew point is the temperature to which you have to cool down the atmosphere for the air to be saturated. The higher the dew point is, the more humidity there is. Any number over 60 is kind of gross by Bay Area standards. Other parts of the country would find this comfortable just because they're used to so much more humidity. We are not. So once we get above 60, that is distinctly uncomfortable. But there's good news. These numbers are going to be back into the 50s tomorrow, and they should drop even further as we head through the end of this week. Finally, back to more of a normal August pattern. The remnant low pressure area that was Tropical Storm Eugene a couple of weeks ago that has just been hanging out off the coast is finally getting swept up in the overall flow of weather across the northern hemisphere, and it is moving away from us. In its wake, we're going to see one day of hot temperatures as the heat dome flexes just a little closer to us. But then this other area of disturbed weather, this little ripple in the atmosphere, is going to get closer to the coast and send us back down to near normal temperatures by the end of the week. But while we're in the hot weather tomorrow, inland parts of the Bay Area mostly in a moderate heat risk. Some patches, though, in red indicating a higher heat risk. So just make sure you're exercising caution during the hotter part of the day, and don't exercise during the hotter part of the day. Temperatures are going to back down a little bit Thursday, but still a moderate heat risk, especially in the Tri-Valley and the Delta, also in the Santa Clara Valley. And then with that return to near normal temperatures on Friday, everybody backs down to the low category. One of the hotter spots, as usual, will be Antioch, where the heat risk today was generally in the low category. Slight is the way it's categorized. But tomorrow, that climbs up to the borderline between the moderate and high categories, with air temperatures hovering right around 100 degrees during the afternoon. But already on Thursday, we're dropping farther back down the chart as those temperatures begin to back off. Looking outside, seeing that haze on the horizon, but no fog yet along the coast. Temperatures stand in the 70s in Oakland. We were in the low 70s in San Francisco early this afternoon before the downtown sensor just stopped working, so we'll hope we get it back later on today. Low to mid 80s for inland parts of the Bay Area, which is close to normal for this time of year. Just feels a degree or two warmer because of the impact of that humidity. The fog is not going to be tremendously widespread. It will spread out around the bay, but not going to make too much of a push into the inland valleys by early tomorrow morning. And where it does, it's going to back up quickly. It's a consequence of the weight of the atmosphere on top of us, keeping that marine layer pretty short. Should even see some clearing along the coast as we head towards midday tomorrow. Temperatures a mix of a few upper 50s and a lot of low 60s, still enough mugginess in the air to keep those temperatures from cooling down very efficiently. High temperatures tomorrow are going to be about 5 to 10 degrees above average, close to 70 even along the coast, mid 70s in San Francisco with low to mid 80s for Oakland and the East Bay, 90s down the peninsula, right around 90 in San Jose, just above 90 degrees for most inland parts of the North Bay, and the hot spots as usual, inland of the East Bay hitting the mid to upper 90s, but not too many 100-degree readings even tomorrow. Our temperatures do back down Thursday, and we're back to near normal on Friday before more of a gradual warm-up kicks in over the weekend and into early next week. Saturday and Sunday should bring low to mid 70s around the bay with a lot of 80s farther inland. We can definitely handle that for this time of year. By a week from today, though, some of those inland temperatures are going to be climbing a little bit farther up into the 90s, especially the usual suspects in the Tri-Valley and the Delta. Along the coast, you're going to be close to 70 tomorrow, and then you settle back into familiar territory in the middle portion of the 60s. Lucky you.
All right, thanks, Paul.